Good morning. I hope everyone had a wonderful week.
Yes.
I was here for the first time last Sunday,
Yes.
and that was an enjoyable experience.
Thank you, Jesus.
I remember from our basis, and I remember being made to go to church as a kid.
Thank you,
And
Jesus.
my earliest recollections of church
Yes.
were not very pleasant.
Yes.
The services seemed too long.
Yes.
The noise, the stomping, and the Holy Ghost, I couldn't understand none of that.
Hallelujah.
My shoes were too tight,
Yes.
and I was hungry. So I was just praying for the whole thing to be over so I can get back home and get something to eat.
Yes.
And over the years, I've stayed away from congregations and holy rollers, etc., etc. But I've always felt the need to reach out for something greater than myself.
Hallelujah.
And in my heart of hearts, I knew that there was someone, some force out there that provided for me, that kept things going, kept my life going.
Yes.
But I needed to make that connection, and I could never seem to connect directly. But there were times when it was clear to me that I was in His care.
Yes. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
The thing about it is, I was thinking earlier this week about hearing His voice,
Yes.
recognizing His voice, and obeying His voice. I was thinking about those things as I was out there working, because I remember specifically back in the year 2000 when I got into a situation with another individual who ended up, since he knew the legal system in this country, he ended up creating a paper trail and just pretty much out to get me. And I didn't know what was going on because I had never really been afoul of the law. So I didn't know anything about restraining orders and this and that, how to lie to get these things done.
Yes.
Anyway, all I knew that he was sending the fire department to my house at 3 and 4 in the morning, constantly waking me up.
Jesus.
And I was a little tired of it. He lived 1 block away. So I went up to his place, knocked on the door, he lived in a rooming house. And I told him, I said, you know what? I know it's you that's sending the fire people to my house, disturbing my rest, neighbors gawking, looking out every night. And I'm a little tired of that, so I want you to stop it. If you don't stop it, I'm going to have to deal with you. Now, he's a real big guy, like 6'4" or something, and I'm like down here. So he stepped up to me, what you want to do? So I stepped back and put my hand inside of my pocket, just front.
Yes.
I had nothing. Real. So he said, oh, you got a gun. So he went across the street and called the cops. And I'm standing on the corner saying to myself, now, if I leave the scene,
Yes.
they might come and assume that I did in fact have a gun. So why don't I just stay here? But this little voice inside my head was telling me, you need to go. I stayed there and the cops came, searched me and find no gun. But the paper trail had started. They lodged his complaint. Inevitably, he came down to my house about a week later and he wanted to talk to me. And at this point, I was through with it. So you know what? Leave my house. Leave my door. Do not come here again. Boom. So this is episode 2. This made him mad. He went ahead and he got a restraining order and all this thing. Well, I'm going to keep this real short and brief. But what I'm trying to point out here is the times when God opened doors
Yes.
and I didn't walk through. Because all this could have been avoided if I just left back home. Okay. Well, time passed. I ended up in front of the judge in court, being charged with this guy that attempted something. He said I put a gun to his head. And so I had to go and answer these charges. Well, lo and behold, I'm sitting there. The time has passed for us to appear in front of the judge because the guy isn't there. He's late, right? Here comes this little voice. You should go. Because the judge plainly said, well, if the accused isn't here, within 5 minutes, I have no choice but to dismiss this case. And you'll be free to go. Well, I sat there. Because my righteous indignation is telling me, well, you know what, you didn't do anything to this guy. So why don't you sit here anyway and prove your case? I know you're going to be acquitted. Now you can sue this guy for false arrest. Right? That makes sense to me. God was telling me you need to get up and walk out of here. Because he's setting me free. He's opening this door. I sat there. Consequently, the guy came in all hot and sweaty and bothered, thought he had missed out on everything, and he saw I was still there. And I guess you can guess what happened. I got convicted. Because he got up on his stand and talked, told his lies. And so I'm like, well, how could this happen? Where did I go wrong? Because I know I didn't do anything, but I wasn't able to prove it. I had a witness who was not heard because I pled guilty. My lawyer said if I pled guilty, I'd get off, blah, blah, blah. What I'm trying to say, congregation, is sometimes, and I found this to be true, God speaks to us in unconventional ways. He doesn't shout and roar, it's a small voice. It's not what you're looking for. It's not what you expect. But if you could get in touch with that small silent voice, the first thing that comes to your mind, that's usually him. It's usually what you want to do. And if we can still our minds, if I can still my mind sometimes from all the noise and cacophony, I should do this and I need to do that because I am and I am not, I'm right and all this. If you could just put that aside and you can listen and watch for that open door. A lot of times, I know I would have avoided a whole lot of mess in my life. That felony has followed me for 16 years and it's still damaging my reputation. And if I left that corner, I'd have been fine. There'd be nothing to proceed with. If I left that courtroom that day when he was late, I would have been fine. It would have been dismissed. I would have no felony. So those are the things I thought about this week. And I'm grateful. I don't always do what I'm supposed to do on any given day. I do a lot of things I really shouldn't be doing. But it's not easy making a transition from the way you've lived all your life to something right, something good. Even though it's desirable and you want to do it. But habits are habits and we end up falling back into our old ways. But I am cognizant that there is a better way. And hopefully when I keep coming around, people such as yourself who are looking for the same thing, I'll find some strength, some motivation and reason to keep on the right side. But I'm encouraged now. I'm a grown guy and the church is not the same to me anymore. It's just not a building or a discomfort, a place where I'm uncomfortable. But to me now it's a place to share experiences and to find some hope. And I just want to end it by saying one thing. And I'm just going to throw this out there. This is just how I feel. A lot of times I come and I look for ways to deal with my situations on a day-to-day basis. And it's all good to hear about praising God and stomping your feet and clapping, but I think I'm looking for a little more because from Monday through Saturday, I have to deal with the world. And I have to try to sift through the chaos out there. And what I need is some direction in how to do that. And I don't know if I can get it all by opening a book or hitting my knees. I think I'm looking for encouragement from my brothers and sisters and their accounts of how they deal with the struggles on a day-to-day basis, what they do when they're tempted. And I'm sure that the answers are in the Bible, but we tend to learn from each other. Thank you.
Amen.